If you want the results that only 1% of the world gets, you need to do what 99% of the world is not willing to do. And 99% of the world is not willing to get out of their comfort zone. Here is something you need to hear. You're not lazy. You're just misaligned. I'm Kepo. I help high performers get unstuck by taking bold, aligned action. And this is Grow with Kepo, where we speak with influential trailblazers who've made their mark and found the clarity that changed their lives. This is where we get clear, realign, and move toward a life that actually feels like yours. Welcome to the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Today is a very special one because I'm going to touch on a topic that I don't see people cover well enough. It is all about the power of being real and using vulnerability or seeing vulnerability as a superpower. It is not something to shy from. And I know, we throw the word around a lot these days. Vulnerability, be authentic, be unapologetically you. But let's really get into what it really means to really be real. And there are two places where you are real. First, you're real to yourself, and then you're real to other people. Let's talk about the first part. When you are real to yourself, you are fully acknowledging where you are at right now. So let's give this more context. Wherever you are in life right now, I can bet that there's something that you're struggling with. For most of the people listening to this podcast, you dream of a better life that you can have. You dream of living life on your terms, doing things when you want to do them, and not living by some 9-to-5 schedule somewhere, not having to clock into work somewhere. You dream of affording whatever you want to for your family, both your immediate family and your extended family. You want to be able to pay for whatever it is for them without even thinking about it, right? You want to even go to a store or go online, add things to cart and not be looking at the price and have that kind of freedom, the economic freedom, the mental freedom, the financial freedom, all the types of freedom. You dream of these things every single day. That is what you vent about with your friends. That is what you talk about when you get into circles and you complain about the economy, you complain about your work, you complain about taxes, you complain about everything. And then it ends up, the conversation usually culminates into, let's just play the lottery. And we all laugh, but nobody actually buys the lottery ticket, but you hope that you win it, which is always mind-blowing to me, right? So you dream of all of these things and you are struggling because there is a gap between the life you really dream of having and the life that you're really having right now. There is a huge gap. So how do you close it? The very first thing that needs to happen is you being real with yourself. The first part of being real with yourself is coming to terms with the fact that you are where you are because of you. And this might sound harsh. And people say, oh, you don't know my story. You don't know this, my parents, this, my upbringing, that. No, okay, cool. You know what? If you think you can, you are right. If you think you can't, you're also right. If you are here to just respond with excuses, no, don't worry. Move on to the next podcast that will tell you all the things you want to hear. I am here to tell you stuff that you might not want to hear. Let's get real with ourselves here. The reason why we are in the situation that we are, the reason why the life experience you have right now, the standard of living that you have right now, all of that has to do with you. However, that should be good news to you because it also means that if you put yourself here, you can get yourself out of it. That is the number one step of let's just get real, man. Let's get real with who we're actually going to blame here. It is not the economy. It is not your boss who is an absolute jerk or not. It is not the job market. It is not the real estate market. It is none of those things. It is not your upbringing. It is you. The sum of your choices and your decisions led you to where you are now in life. The fact that you did not take bolder actions or take calculated risks before is now coming to bite you in the rear. That is why you are here today. And you can change that. Unless you get this real with yourself I'm telling you, there is nothing you want to do. You're always going to half-ass it because it's always going to be somebody else's fault. So let's just get real. It's okay. Even I can admit to that. The reason why maybe I don't have the level of financial success that I dream of, the level of economic freedom, the level of every kind of freedom that we can dream of that I don't have right now, that reason is me. And I own it with my full chest. I own it with my full chest and I am doing something about it. That is the difference because now I know that, oh my gosh, I am a co-creator with God. I can actually determine how my life trajectory goes. Even though it is written what your life is going to be, you still need to work towards it. So I'm not going to sit around like a couch potato and just hope that, our life will turn out the way we want it to turn out. It is completely up to you. Now, I say that, but please do not get me wrong. There is room for God here. It is completely up to you and God. When I am talking about completely up to you, for me, I don't feel the need to always say it is you and God because I believe that we are one and He's in me and I'm in Him and all of that. If you don't believe that, you're in the universe is in you and you are one with this, with the source. That is it. I don't need to always qualify it like that. But usually, I'm just basically saying it is not up to any other human being. It is up to you. That's the first part of being real. Now, the second level of being real and being real with yourself is acknowledging that all this time you have been looking for an easy way out. Think about this and be honest with yourself. Have you thought about, can somebody just bail me out? Have you thought about finding a billionaire husband or wife that can just bail you out? Have you thought about, what if I just won the lottery today? What if I just got this windfall of money? All those things are actually, believe it or not, limiting beliefs because you already believe that there is nothing you can do. You are completely helpless. And so somebody else is just going to come to bail you out. There is a high likelihood, there's a high chance that you've actually thought that way. Or maybe you're even thinking like that now. And I'm here to tell you that if you really get real with yourself, you will come to terms with the fact that, honey, nobody's coming. Nobody is coming. You're actually fully equipped with everything that you need to change the trajectory of your life. So let's just get real about that. That we have been looking for an easy way out, and that is why we haven't found it. Because guess what? It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And once you start to get really real and vulnerable in your circles, in your circle of friends and influence, when you are talking about these things, that is when the solutions will start to pop up. But when you talk about it based on it is somebody else's fault and somebody else is coming to bail you out, the solutions will never come to you. You need to start changing the kinds of conversations that you have with the people that you talk about these things with. And if they don't want to change, then it's time for you to find a new circle where people are actually charting their own course and breaking out and finding solutions to their lives and actually flying the coop and changing the trajectory of their lives and the generation and their family's generation for generations to come. You can join them too. Find another circle where they're having those kinds of conversations, because that is where it starts. Hey, can I be real with you? Your next chapter isn't going to start itself. If you're in a job that drains you and you're tired of talking yourself out of your big ideas, it's time to move. In Raise Your Standards, my free 21-day challenge, I'll coach you step by step to get through fear, make clear decisions, and start building the work and life you actually want. Click the link in the description to join the next round or hop on the waitlist today. All right, now back to the conversation. There is no shortcut. There is no quick hack. There is no quick life tip that I can just give you. There is no magic bullet. You just have to do it yourself. That is why you have hands, feet, head. You woke up this morning, both of your feet touch the ground. That is enough. That is all you need. You don't need anybody else because nobody else is coming. And there is no easy path. Anybody that has sold you that, be honest with me, you fell flat on your face. It did not work out. Anybody that sold you the bag of goods and told you that it is overnight, it's going to be easy, and you just need to do this, just click this button, just make this one post every day, and that's it, you're going to make it big. They have lied to you. And if you tried what they did, I'm pretty sure you fell very flat on your face and you're like, oh, okay, this thing doesn't work. Because when you open up the hood and you see how the factory actually works, you realize, oh my gosh, there's a whole lot more to this than I ever thought. And it is, of course it is. If it were so easy, everybody will be doing it. Everybody will be doing it. We would all be rolling around in our beautiful millionaire, $300 million yachts and sailing around the Mediterranean. I really don't want to sail around the coast of Turkey and all those places. Like, oh, gosh, what a dream. Anyways, my point is, if it were so easy, you wouldn't even be listening to this. You're just like, what's this girl talking about? I am living my best life. But you're not living your best life because you have been looking for a simple solution. The other level of being real, the next level of being real is when you now start using the right strategy, the right frameworks, the ones that don't lie to you, that it is easy. And you know that, okay, this thing is hard work, but I'm willing to put in the hard work. You need to be real with yourself when shit gets hard. Because I am telling you, this stuff is hard. Me building a business while I'm working a 9 to 5 full time is hard. This thing is so hard, it will eat you up, chew you up, and spit you out. When it spits you out, you need to stand up on your 2 feet and get up and do it again and again and again. As I'm recording today, let me tell you something. I gave myself a break for the day, right? I went out for a nice walk. I went to a really nice hotel. I went to their bar. I got myself a nice glass of rosé. It was nice. The sun was out. I walked around and I was like, man, okay, when I come back home, I'm going to record this. But when I came back home, I looked at my couch. My couch looked at me and I looked at it again and I said, couch, I'm coming, but not yet. I wanted so badly to just say, you know what, I'll just do this tomorrow. But I told myself what is going to be even harder than whatever feels hard right now is getting into tomorrow, realizing that I broke my promise to myself to record this thing today and already packed weekday. Why would I put it to tomorrow? That's even more painful. So yeah, I want to rest. I gave myself a rest day, half day yesterday, but my body's like, oh, it looks like we need more. I know, body, I know you need more, but I've given you enough. Unless my aura ring is gaslighting me, I am fine. I can go on. People survive with a whole lot less. We are so cuddled in this modern world. We think that, oh my gosh, I just need my beauty sleep for 10 hours and I need to roll out of bed at 11 and have brunch and then work 2 hours. You are kidding yourself. Okay, you're lying to yourself and you're cheating yourself out of a beautiful life that you can have. Because everything that I want, everything that you also want, is when we sit down and we do the work, even when we don't feel like it. But let's be honest, it is hard. Let's get real. It is not easy. I cannot stress this enough. You have become so addicted to looking for a quick way out. Don't get me wrong. There is something called smart work, working smart, right? There's working hard, there's working smart. Working smart is finding ways, more efficient ways to get the same thing done. Be very careful that you don't cross over to the other side where you're just looking for the easy way out. If you're constantly looking for the easy way out, then you obviously have all of this wrong. If you don't want to break any sweat, you don't want to break any tears, you don't want to shed any blood, you don't get it yet. You are not ready. If you want the results that only 1% of the world gets, you need to do what 99% of the world is not willing to do. And 99% of the world is not willing to get out of their comfort zone. Do not complain to yourself or to anybody if you are living a life of quiet misery and you are not willing to go the extra mile. You're not willing to do the hard stuff. Let's keep it real, you all. I am so tired of all these people saying things like, oh, you just need to be balanced and soft life and, pace yourself. There's time for everything. Oh, shut up. Please, have you noticed that a lot of people that say that thing now, they have toiled. back in the day. When they first started out, when they were grinding, they were not trying to do anything, balance anything. It is now that they are making money in their sleep. It is now they have all these passive streams of income and they're so established. They don't need to post 4 times a day to get rich. They just post one thing and that post goes viral just because they are the ones that posted it. That's an example. And then they will not come and tell you, oh, like I've learned, over my life, I just need to be balanced and blah. Oh, shut up. Listen, you need to recognize the season you're in right now. You have never done this before. And when you start to break out and start to build this life, as in really, really go after it, I'm telling you right now that it is not going to be easy and there's no such thing as balance. And I'm being so vulnerable with you right now because it is hard for me. I am telling you, man, there are times when I'm just like, I'm so tired. I just want to can I just sleep all day and just faff on the couch? But I can't. And that's when you know that you are onto something. When you want to rest all day and just like, you know what, I'm just going to hang up for a couple of days. And that thing is just in your head because you're obsessed about it. You love it so much, like, and you just want to continue. You want to keep going. It's now a matter of, okay, rest enough. Rest the amount of rest that science says you should rest. Get your 8 hours of sleep, right? Take mindful breaks, all of that. Go for walks. Take care of your body. Feed yourself. Eat nutrient dense meals, right? I don't order takeout. I don't. I eat out like maybe once a week. So I work out, I do all of this, I take care of my body. So I'm just, so that, because I know what I'm putting it through. I know that it is going through a very hard season right now. There are a lot of times that I want to explore the new city that I just moved to. I love to explore. I love to chop life, basically. And I'm having to say no to a lot of things. It is not easy. There are times when, even in my 9 to 5, I'm just like, I just want to hurry up and finish this one so I can get to the one that I really love. But if I'm being real with myself, this is the one that is actually paying the bills right now. I am still growing the business. It hasn't gotten to where it can replace my income, not yet. So I have to give it the time and the quality and all of that it deserves for several reasons. Apart from the fact that it pays my bills and I actually want to keep my job, there's something called behavior attached to everything, bait. The way you are in one thing is the way you be in the other thing. Try it out. Whatever bad habits you have in your 9 to 5, when you start your business, that is exactly how you will be as well, because you're the same person. So there are times when I even resent the work and I'm like, no. I need to actually be grateful. I need to be grateful because there are people that they will give anything to trade places with me. And I don't take that for granted. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that there are weeks that go on and I'm just like, can I just quit? Can I just quit this 9 to 5 and just like, so that I can just focus on this? But I'm walking this path because I know that there are some people that I'm going to pull out of this as well. And if I can walk through it, I can pull them out too, because I will show them that, look, this is possible. You can do it for yourself. And if I walk through that path, if I walk on the hot coals, I can tell you, okay, this is where you put your feet here so the skin doesn't scald too much and all of that. It is hard. It's not easy, you all. Sometimes, like, by the end of the day, after working so much my 9 to 5, my brain is fried. It's so fried. I'm just like, God, I don't want to do anything. And I promised myself that, create your content tonight so that tomorrow you have something to post, right? Tomorrow, when you're already in the groove of the day, you're not under pressure. I need to post my content. And it's always like a tug of war, right? Like, okay, but I just want to warm my dinner right now, sit on the couch and faff. But when it comes to these types of things, there are two parts of you. There is the butler and there's disciplinarian. In that moment, my disciplinarian gets up and is like, nope, we do not want to regret this faffing about tomorrow. So we are going to get up and we're going to create this post. But I am telling you that initially it takes a lot of discipline. Your disciplinarian in you needs to come out and just step in. When you want to just struggle and you want to faff about it, you will just whoop, step in and it's like, okay, nope, we're not doing that. And then the butler side of you is going to be thinking about your future self. It's like, okay, let's think of future Kepo here. How can we make future Kepo's day better tomorrow? It is if we create this content now, right? Future Kepo, we want her to be so confident that it is oozing out of her skin. And we know that the number one way for her to do that is to keep the promises that she made to herself. So let us get up and help her now and actually keep this promise so that tomorrow she has grown her confidence by that much. And I am telling you, you all, it is not easy. Now, when it comes to being real and being vulnerable with other people, the number one place where you need to be real and vulnerable with other people is with the people that can actually help you. And there are two types of people that can help you. The ones in your support system, right? Like, let's say you live with other people in the house. If there is a certain hour of the day that you've blocked out for, I'm going to work on this particular thing. Let them know and tell them, this is how you can support me. Please do not knock on my door when I'm around this time of the day. Don't say it that way. That's how I say it to my own family members. Actually, there was a time that I used to have a sign on my door: do not enter, do not knock. I'll tell them not to knock when this sign is up. And I'll actually lock my door because some of them did not understand do not knock, do not enter. And that was, for me, them staying away for an hour, 2 hours was how they could support me. How can your support circle be there for you in this moment? Be honest with them, like, okay, this is what I'm trying to do, and this is where I could use your help. I could use your help here. Ask, even though you might say, oh, they never do it. I'm always the one doing it. Da, da, da. Have you asked? Did you tell them why it is that you're doing this? Have you sold them on your vision yet for yourself and for the life that you even want to build, and how is it going to benefit them? Try that. Ask for help. The other type of person that you would ask for help from is a mentor, a coach. If you are trying to go at this thing alone, I am here to tell you that you will fail so much. Oof. You will fall flat on your face. You will throw in the towel before you can even spell quit. Do not attempt this on your own. If you have been trying to do it on your own, do you see why you haven't gotten the results that you want? If you want to go fast and burn out, then for sure, by all means, do it yourself. If you want to go farther, you do it with other people. Get a coach. Get in a community of like-minded people that are doing the same thing. I am telling you, there will be times when you hit your upper limits and you're just like, I just want to be done. But then you enter that community, you see somebody giving a win, sharing a struggle or something like, oh my gosh, I'm not the only one. Or, oh my gosh, I won that win. Okay, I need to stay in the fight. Or you raise your hand and just say, hey guys, I'm struggling with this. Can you help me with this? Hey mentor, I'm feeling really blocked here, or I'm feeling like an imposter today, or I really want to take this step. I want to email this person. I want to reach out to this person, but I don't know if I can actually do it. I don't think I have the credentials. They will guide you. Stop trying to do life by yourself. You're not an island. We are social beings. There is something called social learning. We learn from each other. That is how we learn. Be vulnerable about your struggles, about where you are at. Let me tell you something. Nobody likes a fake it till you make it person because they can't tell. That is why people gravitate towards others who are just so real and being so vulnerable, because they're like, okay, this person actually understands. They are human. I can relate with them. Because they get me, they get my struggles. When you try to put up this facade like everything is under control, I have everything under control, everything is fine, and you're lying to yourself, nobody buys that nonsense because we all know. We can see it. You are struggling. Admit it. We can see it. You are broke AF. Admit it. It's okay. It's okay. Admit it. Admit where you're at. When you share it, you voice it, it comes out of you. It doesn't take root. It is when you keep it to yourself, when it's in your head, that is when it has room to expand to the point where you find yourself spiraling, you go into this rabbit hole, and before you know it, something that is so small becomes this mountain. And then before you know it, you're like, what's the point? You talk yourself eventually into negative self-talk to the point where you will quit. That is how it happens. Do not be that person. There is nothing wrong about struggling. It's okay to struggle and own it. It's okay to raise your hand for help. Stop trying to go at it alone. There is power in being vulnerable, you all. It is not a weakness. It is a huge, massive sign of strength. And that goes for both men and women. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to yell, yell. But by all means, keep it real, you all. Keep it so real. Because you might not even know it, but you might actually be helping somebody else out. You are here and you are still listening to this point because I am being so real with you. You have probably clicked on my stuff because you could relate to something, because I was not putting up any facade about being a beginner. There's nothing wrong with being seen as a beginner. That is your ego. And your ego will eat up all your business strategy, will eat up all your vision and all of that before you can spell ego. Stop it. It doesn't help anybody. That's ego science. Let it go, man. Take off your masks and let us see the real you. Let us know what it is you are struggling with. Get in a community. Get a coach. First, be real with yourself. Be real with yourself and understand that you put yourself here, you can get yourself out. Be real with yourself and understand that, okay, you know what? This stuff is actually going to be hard. Let me stop looking for the easy way out. Be real with yourself when you actually start doing the hard stuff. Be real when you feel like quitting. Be real when you are struggling. Be real when you are tired. Be real about it. Get real and get real with your support system. Let them know where they can help you. Stop trying to do this alone. Get a coach, get a community. Wear vulnerability as a strength. It is not a weakness. Be happy to be seen as a beginner because people will celebrate you when you eventually make it to the top. Embrace that. Embrace the change. Embrace the growth. This is good. This is really good, you all. I really want to know where it is that you've been struggling. Put it in the comments. I want to hear all about it. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in to Grow with Kepo. If this episode sparked something for you, subscribe, share it with a friend, and keep growing.